All right, you guys. So it's time to cook. Ah! But before I do that, I have to clean up. I got lots of stuff to cook today. Move all this stuff out of my way. I noticed that I need like more counter space, I feel like, because it's just not enough space. Let me see. What does it look like if I zoom in a little bit? And bring this down. The problem is I'm so tall that sometimes it'll cut off my head. Perfect. So, first things first is dump this dishwasher and put dirty dishes in. I had a great workout this morning. Just what I needed to start my day. Oh, also, we can start this now. We're gonna be making granola for my yogurt. So I have to, I'm about to show you guys. So this is coconut oil and it's hardened, so we have to like liquefy it. So all we gotta do is just let it sit in some warm water for about 20 minutes. Thank you, babe. Thank you, Beak. Let me send you your video. All right, babe, your video is now in your inbox. Thank you. All right, so let this water get warm. Oh, look at this. This dishwasher sucks. How is this clean? How is this clean? I swear. It's like you just can't get good quality stuff these days. That is not clean. Question of the day, do you use the dishwasher or do you wash all of your dishes? If you wash all of your dishes, you are a saint. You really are, because I cannot. I can't do it. And I won't do it. That takes too much time. If you have one or two dishes, this is still dirty too. How did I miss that? If you have one or two dishes, fine. You know what I mean? But if you have a whole thing full of dishes, oh no. You can forget that. I will not wash all those dishes. I remember when I was younger, I used to hate on Thanksgiving how, like, since Mom and Grandma used to be the ones cooking, that means I had to clean up. And she always would use like the fancy dishes that couldn't go in the dishwasher, so you had to wash those by hand. I hated that. Dirty. It's like it's the soap residue. It's like it doesn't get rinsed well. Terrible. Just terrible. Almost done. then my new outfits came. Told you guys we were going to keep the try-on hauls going. So my outfits came. I got a text from it's like a mail room downstairs where the UPS, FedEx people notify you that your package arrived. So that's great. I'm going to take out this cutting board because we're going to need it. Got a lot of cutting to do. Also, I'm going to preheat the oven. I'm like running out of room for stuff. This kitchen is not big enough. It's just not. It's not enough counter space. It's not enough space to put stuff away. All right. So I got lots of cute outfits. I can't remember everything. Even though I will say the shipping did not take that long. I will give it to them. Because I think I ordered it all on Wednesday? Yeah, I think I placed my order on Wednesday. And it's already here? That's not bad for it to be coming from another country, right? I think that's pretty quick. I got swimsuits. I got some more dresses. I got some more pajama sets. I got a lot of stuff. So, lots of new pictures coming. Try-on hauls coming. So that'll be good. And I'll have to figure out what I want to order next. Like, I'm going to keep it going, so I'll order my next set of stuff tomorrow. I just have to get online and see like what I want. All right, so let's put this coconut oil in some warm water. So like I said, we have a lot of stuff to cook, prep, whatever. So let's start with the cheese sauce. My vegan cheese sauce. Y'all know I don't eat cheese, real cheese. I make my own. Hold on, let me put my phone on the charger. It's gonna die. All right, so I got this in some warm water. That should only take like 20 minutes. All right, let's start with the cheese sauce. Put that like that. Need my strainer. Got my cashews already soaked. I need my nutritional yeast, vegetable broth, soy milk. Put all that right here. And my go-to seasonings for this is garlic powder, where's my, smoked paprika, and some onion powder. Okay. And just so you guys know, I'm also filming for my other YouTube channel at the same time. So if y'all see me like say something and you're like, what? It's because I know where to like stop and edit and cut. Does that make sense? Y'all get what I'm saying? As a content creator, I'm learning how to be more efficient. I'm learning how to move more quickly, how to make creating content for different platforms go faster. Because as you guys know, like for Instagram, it's long ways, but for YouTube, Twitch, Kick, it's this way. TikTok is long ways, as you guys know. So it's like just little tips and tricks that I've been using. All right. And would you believe that I've made this so many times that I still don't remember the measurements for everything? That's okay. I write it all down so I can make it taste the same every time I make it. All right, 1 cup of cashews, 1 cup vegetable broth, 1/4 cup soy milk, 1/4 cup nutritional yeast. Okay, so it's just 1 cup vegetable broth, right? Okay. All right, you guys, so I am back at home and it is time to like prep everything. So I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm going to be making some granola for my yogurt. I'm going to be making my own cheese sauce for my veggie wraps I'm going to be eating throughout the week. I also have to make some more tempeh, have to cook some more veggies, cut up vegetables. So I'll probably be in the kitchen for about an hour or so, just kind of like prepping everything to make the week go by a lot more smoothly. So I already soaked my cashews. These are raw cashews, you guys. So if you're making the vegan sauce, make sure you guys use raw cashews. Don't use roasted or salted because it's not going to turn out the same. So I've been letting them soak for about 36 hours. And I let them soak in filtered water. I'm just going to rinse them off real quick with some filtered water. So the purpose of soaking, you guys, is so that they can be a lot softer for when you blend. Now I'm using my Vitamix blender here. This was $300. I got this probably like 3 years ago now. I will not lie to you, it does blend better, but I have made this cheese sauce with like a cheap old blender that I got from Walmart like years and years and years and years ago. It does the same thing, it just takes a little longer. So if you're all about as quick as possible, a more high-powered blender will be your best friend. But if you're just starting your journey, one thing I will say is do not go crazy in buying all these different appliances and spending a whole bunch of money. Like just work on your routine first. Okay, just work on committing to meal prepping, and then once you're successful at that over time, then you can slowly start to invest in more higher quality stuff. Does that make sense? Especially if you have like a smaller budget. Like I would think it'd be better to buy better quality foods, so more whole foods, than to spend $300 on a blender. You know what I mean? So okay, I got my cashews in there. That's 1.5 cups. I'm going to do like 1 cup and 1/4 of some vegetable broth. I'm going to use soy milk, but feel free to use whichever plant-based milk you want. So I'll do, no, not 1/2 cup, 1/4 cup. Wait. Look, I wrote my directions down for myself. Okay, 1/4 cup of your plant-based milk, and then 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast. So this nutritional yeast flavor is spicy nacho. I just think it turns out better, but you can use whichever flavor you want. I have the regular flavor too. I can show that to y'all. This is the regular flavor. So if you want to use this one instead, they both turn out good. I just think the nacho spice flavor just has a little more, I don't know. To me, it kind of tastes like nachos, like nacho cheese. All right, so about a little over 1/4 cup there. Put that in. And then I'm gonna add my go-to seasonings for everything that I cook. So one thing I will say about the nacho spice flavor, it's a lot more saltier than the regular. So if you're gonna use the nacho spice, I highly recommend you don't put any salt seasonings in your blender because it'll be like super salty. But again, I used to think stuff wasn't salty when it was. So just be mindful is my point. Be careful. So I'm gonna use smoked paprika. I'm gonna use some onion powder. I'm gonna use some garlic powder. And we're just gonna blend it up until it gets nice and smooth. Hi. Hello, hello. Oh. I don't think I'll need my soy milk anymore, so I'm gonna put it back in the fridge. All right, I know it's not done, ooh, but what I'm gonna do is just kind of stir it a little bit. So this is what it's looking like, you guys. So see how it's still like really chunky? See if y'all can, yeah, y'all see that? It's so chunky and stuff. This is not done. You don't want it to be like this. Very chunky, okay? And the consistency is still a little loose. So yes, we are not done here, but just kind of mixed it up a little bit and I'll let it blend some more. All right, so I'm not too sure if it's done yet. Let's check. Also, you guys, for my granola, I've already started letting it liquefy, but I use unrefined virgin coconut oil for my granola, my homemade granola, and it's like a solid form. So you have to like let it soak in some warm water so it can liquefy. So that's what I've been doing for the past 20 minutes. And so we're gonna start on the granola next, but let's check out our cheese sauce here. So it's getting closer, not done yet, but a lot of the chunks are gone. So we're getting somewhere. Let's let this blend some more. Right, so my cheese sauce is done. Let me show you guys what it looks like so y'all will know when the blending is complete. So see how it's nice and smooth now? You see that? This is how you know it's done. No chunks, nice smooth texture, and it's not as loose as it was before it was done blending. So I'm not making any type of macaroni and cheese with this. This is strictly going to be for my veggie wraps. So all I'm going to do is just transfer my cheese sauce into a container, and then I can just add it to my wraps as needed. And this will last in the fridge for up to 7 days. I've never frozen it before, so I'm not too sure if you can freeze it, and if so, like, how long is it good for? Don't get me to line. I really don't know. But I will say, you'll know it's bad because it'll have like a little smell to it. Like it has a smell now, but it's not a nasty smell. Like it smells good. Like it smells like cheese, in my opinion. But when it's bad, like kind of like milk, like dairy milk, like you know when dairy milk is bad, like it stinks, right? So just be mindful of that. Anyway, so the cheese sauce is done, so I'm going to stick this in my fridge. And I'm going to clean up here. I don't think I need the strainer anymore. We'll just set it to the side, just in case. I'm gonna clean the blender now because we're gonna make smoothies later. So I need a nice clean blender. Wipe down the counter. I will need the vegetable broth, so I will just put this back here. All right, so all I do to clean the blender real quick, it's pretty simple. Like if I'm gonna use it the same day, then I'll do this. If I'm not gonna use it anymore, I'll stick it in the dishwasher. So all I'm gonna do is get all the cheese sauce off, like so. Put a little bit of generic brand Dawn soap, because it's cheaper. Put a little hot water in there and just blend it. Dump it and do it again. But I won't add any more soap. I'll just let it rinse up with water. That's all I do. That way you don't have no nutritional yeast taste in your smoothie, right? And we were talking about soy milk at the gym and how like it's just full of protein. So that's why, hold on. All right, so we're done here. That's why I love to use soy milk for my milk, air quotes on milk, when I'm doing smoothies, because it becomes a protein smoothie just from the soy milk. Because for my smoothies, you guys, I'll do 2 cups of soy milk. So that's 14 grams of protein right there, just in soy milk. And then not to mention, I put a shit ton of spinach, because I don't know if you're a fan of spinach or not, or kale. You can't taste it in the smoothie, like at all. Like you cannot taste it. You don't even know it's there. The color of the smoothie will look a little like yuck, right? But you will not taste it. So I will go crazy on spinach. Like I'll do 2 big ass handfuls of spinach to get even more protein. And then chia seeds, you can add some walnuts to it. So you can easily make that smoothie about 20 grams of protein and just natural stuff. Like that's why I don't really use my protein powder like that. Actually, I haven't used it in a long time. So I mean, I still got it. It's still in there, right? I don't think it goes bad, but I haven't needed it. So it's just better to get your protein from more natural sources. So if if you are a meat eater, that's fine. Like getting your protein from chicken or fish, that's just going to be way better for you than a protein powder, But to each his own. Like if protein powder is working for you and it's a easy way to remember to make sure you're eating enough protein, then knock yourself out. But I just want you guys to remember it's not just about losing weight. It's about just overall wellness, just trying to make the healthiest choice. And of course, it's not going to be always, we all enjoy our fair share of added sugar, right? We like, come on, like, let's be real, of course. But I'm just saying, like, if you can just make more healthier choices, like, there's nothing wrong with rice, right? Like, I eat white rice. I don't like the texture of brown rice. It doesn't do it for me. So there's nothing wrong with rice. But if you just wanted to take it up a notch and just be even healthier with it, you could do quinoa, right? Quinoa is just, there's more nutritional benefits in quinoa than there is rice. Like rice has nothing. There's no protein in it, there's no fiber. But quinoa, you're gonna get protein, you're gonna get more fiber. So just, it's just about making those choices. It's less calories in quinoa than there is rice. So it's just things like that. Okay, so let's move on to making our granola. All right. So my coconut oil is liquefied. Let me show you. Yeah, it's completely liquid. See how there's a little piece in there, but it's okay. This is enough because we don't use that much of it anyways. So we're good on that. I'm going to dry this bowl because we will mix everything in here. So just dry that real quick. I also laid out some parchment paper on my cooking tray. So for the granola, we're gonna need 3 cups. Oh my God, I almost freaked out. I was like, don't tell me I'm out of granola. Oatmeal. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Whew, honey. I was about to get so mad. All right, so we're gonna need 3 cups of oatmeal. We're gonna do 1 cup of maple syrup. And I got some more just in case this isn't enough. You guys, this maple syrup is really good. I got it from Whole Foods, but I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the price of maple syrup is ridiculously high. Like this was $18.99. I'm like, what the fuck? But it's high no matter where you go. Like to get a big container like this, 32 ounces, like I don't mean no harm, but they get a little out of hand with these prices, bruh. I was like, look, okay now you just making up prices. I swear to God, it has gotten to the point. I used to do most of my shopping at Whole Foods, literally most of it. Fruits, vegetables, like anything. Because I was a shopper where it's like, I don't like going to multiple places for stuff. Like, I just want to be one and done, right? And Whole Foods, I love their produce section. I really do. But it has honestly gotten to the point where I go to different stores. I would say now it's to the point where I do most of my shopping at Kroger and only get some stuff at Whole Foods. And by some stuff, I mean the raw nuts, so raw walnuts, raw cashews. When I want their orange juice because it's fresh pressed out of the juicer, like nowhere else can you get that. What else do I have to get from Whole Foods? The chia seeds, my vegetable broth, because the vegetable broth, the ingredients are so clean. Like I haven't seen anything cleaner at any other grocery store. And by any other, I've only looked at Kroger. Okay? I haven't gone to like Publix or Wegmans or anything like that for that. And yeah, I try to avoid Whole Foods. Like it has gotten like that. It is getting absolutely ridiculous. Okay, so we got our oatmeal. We also need sunflower seeds. Still got a little bit of that left. And oh, some cinnamon. Cinnamon. And I think that's it. I don't really do too much stuff. All right. So let's go ahead and put 3 cups. And I already preheated my oven, so we're good to go there. I have it at 350. All right, so 1, 2, and oh, I hate making messes. Oh my gosh. All right, so we got our 3 cups of oatmeal in there. I hate messes. I like to keep my workstation as clean as possible when I'm cooking. I am so anal when it comes to this. Like, if you don't cook and clean at the same time, I can't fuck with you. Like, I could not be in the kitchen with you. I cannot help you cook nothing, because if you are someone who just makes a mess while you cook and you don't clean as you cook, like, you are gonna make my OCD go crazy. Like, I cannot do it. All right. So we got that. Let's do 1/4 cup of our coconut oil. And you guys, so I already put, when it comes to opening this, I already put, hold on, I gotta focus. 1 second, y'all. This happened last time and I was freaking out. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to open it. All right, let's try this again. Lord, please let this open. Okay, sheesh. I'm glad I lift weights. I am glad I lift weights. Okay, I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But anyways, I put in the ingredients in MyFitnessPal to kind of get an idea of how many calories this is, how many grams of protein, how many grams of fat. So, and that's off of like this. So this makes 20 servings. I put them in little baggies. So it makes 20 servings, and it's at roughly 210 calories, 4 grams of fat, 5 grams of protein. So not bad. In sugars, I think it was like 5 or 6 grams. No, I think it was 10 grams of sugar. So not bad. It's not bad. All right. So let's add in 1 cup of maple syrup. I don't have enough. Glad I got more. The universe told me, like, Jazz, you might want to get some more maple syrup while you're here. All right. Gotta make it sweet. We gotta make it taste good. Duh. All right, let me open this real quick. But yeah, shit is getting out of hand. Like, I cannot. Okay. All right. Pour that in. And yeah. That's, oh, the cinnamon. And I don't like too much cinnamon. I think the first time I made it, I added way too much cinnamon. And I was like, why does it taste like this? I had to like backtrack and figure out like, it's like something about it was off. And I was like, because I put too much goddamn cinnamon in it. Like, that's why it's off. Okay. And I will need more walnuts. So I wish I had known that. I would have got some while I was out. Let's get every last drop of the syrup. So all I'm doing right now is just mixing it all together. Let me show you guys what it looks like. This is what we got. So pretty simple. right? Nothing too complicated here. And feel free, you guys, you could use honey if you wanted to. Now, let me tell y'all something. I did not know this. Okay, when I first became vegan, I did not know that honey is not considered vegan. I did not know this, okay? Now, I am not going to lie to you. You can call me what you want. Listen. First of all, honey is very healthy for you. It is very healthy for you. The reason why honey is considered not vegan is because of the treatment of the bees. My personal trainer was telling me this. Because the honey actually doesn't come from bees. It's a byproduct of bees. But the way that some bee farmers treat their bees, and being vegan is about, loving the animals, which I do. I love animals. I love animals. So it's technically vegan, but people are going to have their own opinion on it. I am not going to not eat something because it says honey. Is it my go-to? No. But let's say I'm out and I love barbecue sauce with my french fries. And let's say that the restaurant only has honey barbecue. I'm still going to eat the honey barbecue. Like, that's not going to stop me. Like, I'm not going to be like, oh, just give me ketchup. I'm going to eat the honey barbecue. So, to each his own. But you could put honey in here if you want. It's totally up to you. Do what you do. All right, so all I'm going to do now is just dump it on my tray. And, some vegans will be like, oh my gosh, you're not vegan. Like, how dare you? And then some people, they're on the same type of shit. Like, it's fucking honey. Like, come on. My biggest thing when it comes to what I'm going to eat is, obviously, I don't do dairy. And I was getting away from dairy even before I became vegan because, listen, I don't know if you know this, but 80% of African Americans are lactose intolerant. That's number one. And I had noticed in my 20s, like whenever I would get a milkshake, I would have to run to the bathroom. When I ate anything that was too cheesy, I would have to run to the bathroom. Like, so I already knew, like, okay, I think that me and dairy just don't go together anymore. So I had already stopped fucking with milk. Now, if I wanted a milkshake from Chick-fil-A, best believe I'm going to get me that milkshake. I just know that I have about 30 minutes from the time I finish that milkshake to be at home because I will be in the bathroom. So that did not stop me. But I knew, like, okay, I think I'm lactose intolerant. Like, this is just not working out for me. So, and I wouldn't get the milkshake often because of that. If I didn't have a issue, I would have been getting the milkshakes every day like everything else I was eating. But, yeah, so most African Americans are lactose intolerant. So it wasn't working well with my system. So I had already started using almond milk for a lot of things anyways. Like, for instance, I used to love going to Panera to get a caramel latte. Honestly, I thought their caramel lattes tasted way better than Starbucks, and I stand on it. Okay, but I would tell them, please make it with almond milk, even before I was vegan. So, so I stopped fucking with dairy for the most part anyways. Now, when it comes to meat, I'm not going to eat any meat. So you're never going to see me eat chicken or hamburger. Like, those days are done. And you know what's crazy? I'm sprinkling in the sunflower seeds. Hamburger. It started to give me like heartburn. Let me know if anyone else experiences that when they're eating. It wasn't necessarily steak that was doing it, but it was something about hamburger meat. I don't know if maybe it was the percentage, like the more fattier the hamburger meat is, the more heartburn I would get. I'm not too sure, but I couldn't really fuck with that anymore anyway. Chicken, I did used to eat a shit ton of chicken. Chicken's probably the one meat that I would say I miss. And not necessarily just chicken, it was more like chicken wings. Okay? The inner black in me, like, black people, like, I feel like no matter what restaurant you go to, you have to get a side, you have to get an appetizer of chicken wings. Like, it's very unblack of you to be at a restaurant and you don't get wings. Like, come on, like, what are we doing here? So, I did miss wings. That's the one thing I will say. Flats, of course. But the last couple times I had wings before I became vegan, They weren't even tasting right anymore. I don't know. Like it's starting to taste like rubbery. I don't know. I feel like a lot of meat just started to taste off, like the texture of it. Like chicken breast to me started to taste drier. Like I already knew it was dry, but it started to taste even drier. I don't know. I think it was time. It was time. It just wasn't hitting like it used to, I feel like. All right, so just crunching, breaking up some walnuts here. Dang, I am damn near out of walnuts. So like I said, I already have my oven preheated. So all I'm gonna do now is stick it in the oven for 10 minutes, and I set a timer so I do not overcook it because burnt granola does not taste good. Like some things you can still eat burnt, right? And it's like it's not the best, but you can still eat it. Like it's okay. Like you're not gonna waste it. Try eating burnt granola and tell me how that tastes. Like you're gonna want to throw that out because it's just for me it was unbearable. I was like, oh hell no. So, all right, I think we're good on walnuts. So I will stick this in the oven and set my timer. Next, we're gonna get started on, that shit's sweet. We're gonna get started on the tempeh. Let me set my timer. 10 minutes. Oh no! So much for that. I made a mess on the counter with the damn syrup. Well, this is trash. I turned it over to try to get every last drop out, but it wasted on the counter. I guess the lid wasn't all the way down. Yo, this granola is gonna be so good. Nice and sweet. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Okay. So I got my workstation all clean. Let's try this on. Okay. I gotta get my extension cord so I can use the skillet. I'll be right back. All right, you guys. So next, we are going to cook my tempeh. So let me show you guys what it looks like, because I know. All right, so this is the brand that I use, and this is what it looks like on the back, in the back. So it looks like little soy curds. Great macros. So 2.5 servings per container. It's a brick. 160 calories and 18 grams of protein, 4.5 grams of fat, 12 grams of carbs. Yeah, great. So, all right, I'm gonna cook 2 packs. Again, I'm pretty sure it's good for up to 7 days. I'll put a little avocado oil on here. And I'll also be cooking it in some vegetable broth. So it's in a big rectangular brick, and all I'm gonna do is, I wanna keep them in like rectangles, if that makes sense. Because I'm gonna be eating this for breakfast with my bagels that I got from Panera. So I'll be putting them on top of the bagels with some hummus. And then I'm also going to be eating this in my wraps, my veggie wraps, which will be for dinner. Okay, so. Oh, I hate when my hands get wet and now it's hard to open something. It's like a little wet / slimy. Not like, I don't want to say like slimy. You'd be like, ew. Like, no, it's not like that. But there is like a liquid of some kind on here. I don't know what it is. Fuck it, I'll just cut this. Okay. And so, like, I don't like tofu. I have tried tofu multiple times. Like, I've tried to make it, and I have ordered tofu at restaurants to see, like, maybe I just don't know how to make it, right? Like, that is very possible. I don't like it. I definitely don't like the soft texture of tofu. Like, that's all the way out. But the firm, I'm not fucking with that either. Like, I'm just not a tofu person. It just, I can't. Just not for me. All right, finally got that out. And there's another wrapper on top of this. Okay. I don't know why this pack was so much harder to open than the other. All right, so we got that. Y'all, that granola is smelling really good. So I'm just gonna cut them like this. And let me show you guys what it looks like up close. This is how I'm cutting them. And this is what it looks like. Y'all see that? Is it focused? So, yeah. And I can turn my skillet on. I'll be cooking it in some vegetable broth. And it doesn't take long to cook either, you guys. It only takes like 10 minutes. So not long at all. Okay. So you really just cook it till it gets like golden brown. Oh, time to get the granola. Let me finish putting this on here. All right, all right. Let's sprinkle a little vegetable broth in here. And then I'm just throw the same seasonings on it. So some onion powder. And it takes on whatever taste you season it with, you guys. So some onion powder. Some smoked paprika. Some garlic powder. And I am going to sprinkle a little bit of obey as well. Okay, and just kind of let it do its thing. And I'll flip it like in 5 minutes. So let me scoot this out the way. Put this cutting board here. All right, let's take out the granola. And all we're gonna do here is just mix it up. Ooh, y'all, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. Fogged up my glasses and everything. Mmm, mmm, mmm. So just kind of like flip it, that's all. All right. And we'll let it sit back in the oven for another 10 minutes. Oh, and for the tempeh, you guys, you do have to keep adding vegetable broth to it. Ooh, to your pan. I forgot to tell y'all that. I don't know why it evaporates so damn fast, but it does. Where is my vegetable broth? Oh. But it like really soaks it up. So you just have to watch it so it doesn't like dry out. You know what I mean? All right. So we got that stuff. Let me pull out everything. We're going to keep the skillet because I'm just going to make one giant pot of vegetables, cooked vegetables, so I can just pull from it throughout the week. So lots of veggies here to cut up. We have mushrooms to add. I got 3 containers of mushrooms. Lots of mushrooms. Lots of bell peppers to cut up. We're going to cut up an onion. I'm also going to be putting corn in the pot. And yeah, So we can just kind of start cutting now. Let me flip the tempeh. We'll probably cut up 4 peppers. But I'm gonna cut them into like rings. Or no, I'll do fajita style. I don't know. We'll see. I'm thinking fajita style. I think that'll probably be the best for wraps. And actually, I'll use all 5. Ain't no sense in saving one. I got all red peppers because when I went to Kroger, the green, no, let me scratch that. I don't like green bell peppers. The orange and the yellows, they were looking like they was about to die. I'm like, so ain't nobody rotating veggies in this store. You should have seen them. Like, those was looking sad. They was looking terrible. I was like, what the world? They ought to be ashamed. Because normally I like to do multiple colors. Like I'll grab some red, some orange, some yellow, just to add colors to my food. But not this time. The reds were the only ones looking good. Add some more vegetable broth. Soak them? No, I just rinse them. No, I don't. No, I don't do all that. You got me there. You got me there. All right. All of the peppers are cut. I'm gonna put all the veggies that are cut on a big plate to get them out of the way. Let me grab the granola. The granola is done. It smells delicious. All right, so the granola is done. So just let it sit for like 30 minutes or so. Let it cool down and let it like get stuck together into clumps. And then I will measure them out and put them in individual baggies. So all I gotta do is just grab a baggie in the morning before I head out to the gym. My tempeh is done, so this is what it looks like. So all I'm gonna do is just put them in one of those meal prep containers. And yeah, so tempeh is done. Take some pictures real quick. All right, all right. So we can turn the oven off. Let me grab a little container for my tempeh. So I'll just stick them all in this black container here. Smells great. Meal prepping just makes stuff go by so much faster. Like when you're like really hungry and you want to try to heat up something as quickly as possible. That's when you're going to be glad that you meal prepped. Okay. So I'm going to just stick this to the side, let it cool down before I put the lid on it and put it in the fridge. Let me wipe out this skillet real quick, get all the residue, tempeh residue out. All right, so now we can put the veggies in. I still gotta cut up the onion, but. It's the end of this container of vegetable broth. So we got bell peppers, lots of mushrooms. cut up this onion. I'm gonna use the whole onion, and I'm gonna like cut them into like slices. Still working on my onion cutting skills. I am not the best onion cutter in the world. Oops. All right. Let me get some more vegetable broth. And we're done with cutting. Hello. All right. This granola smells so good. on, let me fix my bun. It's like coming off. Not coming off, but falling down. Okay. More veggie broth. Okay. Also, can't forget about our corn. Okay. And let me season this too. So, smoked paprika. Onion powder. Onion powder burned my eyes a little bit. And garlic powder. Oopsies. All right. Yay! So now we can just let that cook. Clean up a little bit. Put all these seasonings away. right, I'm gonna put my tempeh away now. It tastes so good, you guys. Now, will I say it's an acquired taste? I don't think it's acquired. Maybe it is acquired. I don't know. It's good to me. But I'm not gonna sit here and say that, oh, if you're a meat eater and you try tempeh, you're gonna love it. You might not. Maybe it is acquired. Maybe it is an acquired taste. It just might be. Like beer. Don't they say beer is an acquired taste? Like, I remember the first time I drank beer, I didn't like it. I didn't like it the second, third, fourth, fifth, or 10th time either. I just gave up on the fact that I don't like beer. I don't know how people drink it. Like, it smells like urine. Okay. All right. Dang, all my towels are dirty. I need to do laundry. Definitely need to do some laundry. Veggies are almost done. And I'll probably eat this for dinner because I'm not really hungry right now for lunch. So, this is dinner. Oh, let me taste this granola because it smells so good. Oh, let me get my measuring cup out. So we're going to end up measuring out 1/3 of granola. Let me show you guys again. Oh no, I dropped it. Dang, now I got a sweep. Okay. That's how you do it. Delicious. Mm. Like I said, so that's for my granola. That's for my yogurt in the morning. That's good. I did that. That's probably the best batch I've made. I told you the more I make it, the better it'll be. Like the first time we made it, it was nasty. But I told you, because I had put too much cinnamon on there. And every batch since has slowly gotten better and better and better. And that is, I think this is like the 5th batch I've made, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. All right. So while that finishes cooking, let's bag up our granola. Yo, this tastes so good. This is definitely the best batch I've ever made. That's it right there. Okay. So I saved the Ziploc bags, so I'm not reusing. Because I feel like this is the last batch I had. I only have one left. Sometimes they might actually get thrown away, the baggies, but I try to save them. Alright, so I have my measuring cup here. So we're going to do about 1/3 cup. And this is a rough estimate, you guys, because it's not like, they're kind of like in clumps at this point, so just do the best I can. See? And put them in little bags. I gotta stop eating it. Okay. I'm not gonna eat no more. No more. Yeah, that is definitely the best batch I've made to date. For sure. Ooh, now that fall is about to be here, I could do like pumpkin spice. I'm sure that would taste amazing. I must have threw away a lot of my bags. I have to get some more. Oh. Stir up these veggies. I gotta blow my nose. Yeah. Okay. Y'all, this is so good. I think the veggies are done too. Well, not think. I know they're done. So I just turn the skillet on. oh my, does time just fly by. Let me change my battery. All right. Had to switch out the batteries. Like this. Okay, I don't know if I have enough for one more bag. Let's see. All right, just enough for one last bag. All right, you guys, so I have bagged up all of my granola here into individualized bags. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so that made 17 bags. So I have 17 days worth of yogurt granola. My veggies are done, so all I'm going to do is just put that in a container. And for my veggie wraps I'm going to make, so I have these tomato basil. I'm not hungry right now, but I have these tomato basil wraps. I got these out of Kroger. They're only 70 calories per wrap. They're keto. 70 calories per wrap, 4 grams of protein per wrap. So I'm going to do 2. So I'll just use the tomato basil wraps, put like 4 strips of tempeh on each wrap, and then put veggies, avocado, my vegan cheese sauce, and hummus on the wrap. And that's how that's going to be eaten. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. Had lots of fun. If you guys want to see what I did yesterday for glutes, make sure you guys click right here. And I will see you guys tomorrow bright and early for back, biceps, and abs. Bye, you guys. All right. So, there ain't nowhere to cut that part. Y'all, that granola was so good. I put my foot in that. That is the best batch I've made. It really is. All right. So let me close all these bags up so they don't go stale. And I will stick them in the bigger Ziploc bag. So see, now they're in this gigantic bag. All right, so that's all done. I need to put the vegetables in a container. Luckily, we use parchment paper for this baking pan. So really all I gotta do is just rinse it. It's not really dirty. Just rinse it and let it air dry before I put it back up. All right, let me get a container. I think everything should fit in this one, hopefully. We'll see. You guys, these vegetables smell so good. I wish you could smell them. They smell amazing. Okay. Let me dump the juice in here. All right. So this stuff should last me like at least 4 or 5 days. Because the thing is with vegetables, you can eat as much as you want. There's like no calories in vegetables. So it's literally a free-for-all. However much your heart desires. Wash this skillet out real quick. am pooped. I am so pooped, you guys. I'm ready to sit my ass down. Been in this kitchen for 2 hours. Well, at least the kitchen is all clean, so I don't have to come back and do that. Good stuff, good stuff.